Okay, so welcome back to part 2 of my 43 life lessons learned video. Hopefully you've seen the first part. Okay, that was the video before this. I shall put a link at the end of this video to go and watch that. Okay, it's worth checking out. There's some great lessons in there that will hopefully help you out along the way. I've got another 21, 22 lessons in this video. If that sounds good, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we can crack straight on. So we're now on section 4, which is all about health and well-being. So an important one. Lesson 23, walk every day. Super important, okay? Clears the head. Doesn't have to be a massive walk, just even if it's just a walk around the block or a walk around the park or something like that. In the daylight, dark, it doesn't matter. Just get out there, get a bit of exercise, get some fresh air, helps with the mental health, helps with your overall well-being. Super important. Go and do it. Lesson 24, sleep fixes more than caffeine does. Okay, you might think that caffeine is the answer. Sadly, it's not. Okay, I love caffeine. We all love caffeine. There's nothing better than a nice cup of coffee in the morning or multiple cups of coffee in the morning. But if you don't get your sleep, you're going to feel like absolute crap. Okay, and that's not helpful for anyone. It means you're not productive. It means you're a bit grumpy. It means you're generally hacked off with life. So get your sleep. Your 7 or 8 hours a day of a night. Mine is sort of like in between 6.5, 7, just purely because that's at my age now. That's sort of a sensible number. But if you're still young, try and get 7 or 8 hours if you can. I'm okay with 6.5, 7. But anything less than that, guys, then you're just going to be struggling all day. Okay, don't just substitute it by drinking a hell of a lot of coffee. Might give you a temporary fix, but it's not a long-term solution. Lesson 25: anxiety is a signal, not a flaw. Okay, if you're someone like me who suffers from anxiety and has suffered from anxiety for years, you may think it's a flaw. Okay, you might think to yourself, God, I wish I never had this. This is just an absolute curse. It's horrible to deal with. And look, you're totally right. But it's also your body's way of telling you that something's not right. Something's got to change. It's warning you about something. So look at the positives with anxiety. And I know it's hard to do that sometimes, but if it can just give you a signal that you may not necessarily have got if you haven't got anxiety, and it saves you some time, saves you some money, and stops you from being scammed or something like that, then that can only be a good thing. Lesson 26, nobody regrets getting healthier. Look, I've been slacking this week massively, okay? I haven't been to the gym for the last 10 days and I feel it massively. I feel my energy is low, my mental health isn't so good. No excuses, okay? Yes, I have been busy. I've been shipping lots of belts and buckles this week. Okay? That's another side hustle of mine because obviously Christmas, so it's been very, very busy. So I've been putting off going to the gym, because I've been obviously spending most of my time doing that and doing all of my YouTubing and my SaaS and all that sort of stuff as well. So I've cancelled something that is good for me, is good for my mental health, is good for my overall well-being, and substituted it for something that isn't necessarily as important as that. So take it from me saying that you've got to go to the gym. Okay, going to the gym, going for a jog, going for a decent run, it makes the world a difference. Okay, stay healthy, otherwise you'll regret it in the long run. Lesson 27: consistency beats intensity in fitness. 2 workouts a week beats 5 days of intense workouts, then a month off. Okay, be consistent. Don't be intense. Be consistent, because it builds up. It compounds over time. You're likely to feel better. You're not going to burn out so quickly, and it's just common sense, is it not? Lesson 28: your body keeps score, so treat it well. So the way you treat your body in your 20s will show up in your 30s. Okay, my job, it used to be, not quite so much anymore. It used to be a hard, intense. It was harsh on the body. It was manual labor. It was hard graft every day for 5 days in a row. Okay, I started to notice. I was doing that all through my 30s. It wasn't until I hit my early 40s that I started to get the wear and tear from all of those years of doing that in my 30s. Okay, so treat your body well. Think of it as though you're an investment. You've got to put the work in now, so then in 10 years' time, you're not suffering. Okay, section 5, relationships and people. And you'll probably notice that the room has changed round. Turns out that I've just been filming on mirror mode, so I've now just turned that off. So unfortunately, mistakes happen, eh? Lesson 29, choose who you spend your time with. Look, there's a lot of good people out there, but there's also a lot of nasty people out there, and there's a lot of people who will take advantage of you and take you for a ride. So just choose who your friends are, stick with your friends, don't trust people that you don't know, and don't be a sucker for something. If something's too good to be true, then it is too good to be true. Lesson 30, not everyone who talks to you is your friend. Now, most people who will speak to you, especially in business, they might act like your friends. They might speak to you on the phone. Oh, hello, mate. How you doing? That. They don't give a damn how you're doing. They genuinely do not care how you're doing, okay? They're just trying to sell you something. They're trying to act all nice and all powerly on the phone just so you can give them some business, okay? So don't fall for it. You know who your friends are. If something generally sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true, like I stated before. Stick with what you know and stick with who you know. Lesson 31. Good people give off good energy. Now, we've all got those friends who are super excited, super positive, super upbeat. Okay, they're the sort of people you want to hang around with. They're the ones who give off all the good energy, make you feel good about yourself, make you feel good about life in general. There's also the negative Nigels, and we all know some of those as well, who will just be, extremely negative about everything, pessimistic about life. Everything's always against them, and glass half full and all of that. It's try to eliminate those people from your life, okay? Because all they'll do is just get you down. They'll make you feel negative about everything. They'll make you feel they'll bring your confidence level down, and you're less likely to reach your goals if you just stay around those sort of people for long periods of time. So stick with people who give off the good energy and ditch the negative Nigels. Lesson 32, forgive, but don't re-invite. Sometimes in life, relationships break down, okay? That doesn't mean that you have to completely cut off contact with them. It just means that you need to keep your distance, okay? Boundaries aren't cruel. Sometimes boundaries are absolutely necessary. Lesson 33, a relationship without respect has nothing. Love without respect will fade, okay? But respect without love can still function. So respect is pretty much the foundation of all relationships. Lesson 34, don't argue with people who are not committed to understanding you. Now, we've all had arguments with people in the past who just don't want to listen, okay? They're stubborn, they're not interested in hearing your story, they're not interested in hearing the truth, they just want to get their own agenda across, they want to be the winner of that argument. Don't waste your energy on them, okay? Waste your energy arguing or listening or talking to people who genuinely want to listen to what you have to say. Lesson 35, your circle matters more than your skills. Okay, you may be the most skilled person on planet Earth, but if you don't have a good circle of people to share that with or bounce off of, okay, you're never going to be as successful as being involved in a successful community or a group of like-minded, skillful people that can help each other, listen to each other, and thrive together. Okay, so section 6, life and respect. Lesson 36, life speeds up after 30. This is 100% true, okay? The older you get, the faster your life goes. And I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating. It is, I notice it every single day. I notice the weeks go quicker and quicker. It's something to do with obviously the longer that you've been alive, so your half your age is, it's relevant to obviously the age you are. So I can't explain that. Okay, Google it or ChatGPT, the reason for it. But all you have to do is trust me. This is what happens. So you've got to be present every single day. Stop looking into the future. Stop thinking about regrets. Just be present. Be present with your family. Be present with your friends. Honestly, I'm guilty of not doing that still at times. I need to be reminded to live in the present, not in the future. Lesson 37. Gratitude fixes more than ambition ever will. Okay, now we all want to be ambitious. We've all got big plans, for the future. But this goes back to living in the present. Okay, just be grateful for what you have. You chances are you've got a lot more than a lot of other people that some you may know, and obviously a lot of others that you don't know. So just be in the present, think about what you've got, be grateful for it, because you'll feel so much better than constantly thinking into the future and thinking my life can only get better if I have this or I have that, because trust me, it doesn't. Okay, you've got to live in the present. Stop trying to think that, oh, once I get this I can do this, or once I get that I can start doing that. Okay, it doesn't work like that. Just be in the present, be grateful for everything that you have, be grateful for your friends, be grateful for your family, because that is what really matters in life, nothing else. Lesson 38, simplicity is a superpower. Now, look, I'm massively guilty of this, okay? I try to go too much into detail for certain things. I try to overcomplicate absolutely everything. But if you just make things a lot more simple, it just frees you up to do other things, things that are more important to you, or things that are more important in life in general. Don't overcomplicate things. Keep them simple. Lesson 39. Joy doesn't happen by accident. Look, you have to schedule time to make joy, to have joy, okay? Time to have for yourself, time to have for your family and your friends, because ultimately there is no point in doing any of this, all of this hard work, trying to produce different incomes, trying to escape your 9 to 5, trying to, make yourself better, make your life better. There's no point doing that if you're not making any time for the things that really matter in this world, which is family and friends, and actually just enjoying life. Lesson 40. Regret feels heavier than discipline. Okay, that's because it is. Regret, unfortunately, is something that you can live with for years and years and years. Discipline can just be temporary, but we've all got something that we regret in our life, whether it's something that you did yesterday, something you did last month, or something that you did 10 years ago, okay? Regret will always show its ugly head at some point in your life. Lesson 41. You're allowed to reinvent yourself at any age. Now, if you say, for example, if you've been working in a office environment for 10, 20 years, you might have suddenly hit the age 40 or 50 and decided that you now want to, work in a workshop or in a warehouse or something like that, just something to get more hands on, then that's absolutely fine. It's perfectly normal. Everyone reinvents themselves at some point in their life. You don't have to be the same person you were 5, 10 years ago, okay? Don't let that define you. Change is good. Change is necessary at times. Live in the now. Live in the present. Lesson 42. Most stress comes from saying yes too much. Now, this is another one that I'm very guilty of as well. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. So choose your yeses very wisely. Okay, and finally, lesson 43. Pass on what you learn so it can grow on without you. So this is why I'm doing all my YouTube videos, okay? I'm passing on what I'm learning throughout my life, throughout my journey on trying to build basically an easier life for me, a journey away from my 9 to 5, multiple income streams. I'm documenting everything that I learn to share with you guys, so you don't have to make the mistakes that I've done, or, don't necessarily go down the same paths that I did and wasted God knows how many years. So it's important that if you think that you've got something of value, share it to the world. You don't want to die with it. Spread it out there. Get it to as many people as possible, because you'll probably get a lot of joy from doing that. And you're probably likely to give someone else not only just joy, but some useful information, something that they can benefit from in their life, and then continue to share it on down from generation to generation. Right, that's it. Well done if you've stuck around through all 43 lessons. I've tried to keep them as short as I can. Hopefully you've got some value from it. It's been a long stint of a video to make, but like I say, I think it's worth it. I've got these out there. Hopefully you can get some benefit from them. Obviously you don't have to take them all on board, but if you're just taking a few, hopefully they'll give you some benefit in your life, make you a better person, make your life more fulfilling. If they do that, then I've done my job. So smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. If you haven't seen part 1 of this video, check it out now. It's above there. Click on the link. and I shall see you all very, very soon.